Welcome to Red V TV, supported by Chapel House Cars for the 2025 season. And with 5 days to go before Saints Betfred's Super League campaign gets underway against the Salford Red Devils, we are here to discuss our number five, Kevin.
And our number five is Jon Bennison. And Jon is sponsored by MPB Solutions Electrical Contractor.
Martin Bradshaw, top electrician. Him and his team of experts will work tirelessly to tailor each solar solution to the unique needs and goals of their customers. Whether you're looking to reduce your carbon footprint, energy bills, achieve energy independence, they will have the knowledge and experience to make it happen. And they also specialize in domestic electrical installations, smart home automation and integration, bespoke LED lighting, and they are proudly from St. Helens. Give them your business. Their website is mpbrenewables.co.uk.
Excellent. Good work.
Top lad is Martin. Had Sam Royal last year, and he's renewed again and took Jon Bennison this year. And hopefully he'll get his name read out plenty of times because Jon Bennison has 22 tries in 56 appearances, which is a really good strike rate.
Yeah, to be fair, it's not bad at all, is it? And he can knock over a goal as well. Yeah, weird one with Jon this year because we've done a bit of recruitment around players who can play fullback, including extending contracts of Harry Robertson as well, and we've brought some wingers in. So it does make it tough for Jon. But I don't know if I'm more inclined to think that he may start that Salford game on the wing ahead of Lewis Murphy.
Were you surprised that he kept the
Just because
five
he's
shirt?
the man in possession of the shirt. Not really. I don't think so. I don't think Lewis Murphy's had such a number in a Super League squad, so not really.
Okay, Kev, here's a
Yeah,
question for you.
I don't.
If Saints
Yeah,
hadn't been burned by giving Wonga Blake the number three jersey and him not performing, would Lewis Murphy more likely have been given the five shirt this year? Have we just learnt lessons about not putting players into big numbers without having any pedigree as such? Maybe that's harsh on Lewis Murphy.
without having any pedigree, despite despite play, well, even with Wonga Blake, he played NRL. So you bring in an NRL centre into play and you give him the three shirts. I don't think that's a. It's not you bringing someone in from, no offence to like Keighley or North Wales and putting them in the number three shirts. You bring in someone who you're paying decent whack to. Possibly, maybe that's some of the thought. Maybe it's just the thought that Jon Bennison is the man in possession of that position, and he was at the end of the year, so there's no need to change it and upset the apple cart. He's only got a 1 year deal this year, so he's got some work to do to join the whole host of players who are currently renewing. Um, and as I say, I don't know. I'm probably torn on whether I think that as we film this a couple of days in advance, whether he'll be involved in that game against Salford. And a bit of me just leans to, is he the man in possession? Because he played that last game. I know he's played the Salford friendly. He's played at fullback, so he can fill in there as well.
Yeah.
It's a proper head scratcher.
I've never flip-flopped on a player in a season more than I have on Jon Bennison. So 2024, I
Yeah,
was I was saying T. Ritson should be given a run of games. He didn't get it. Jon Bennison got the run of games. Then I was of the opinion, no, it's now Jon Bennison's jersey. He's earned it. He's the man in possession of the shirt. Then he had that bad run and wasn't playing very well. I think it was Salford away. And I think we came out and basically said, you know what, we need to take him out of the team now and give someone else a chance because he looked a little bit low on confidence and things weren't going well. I think T. Ritson came in and had a few games and was terrible. We put Jon Bennison back in and said, yeah, it's Jon Bennison till the end of the year. Um, I think John Bennison will always do
Yeah,
enough, and he's got a habit of managing to stay pretty much injury free as well. And he works hard, and you know what you're going to
yeah,
get, which will tell me that he will always get games. Maybe not in a set position this year, but he'll make enough appearances just for his versatility and his reliability.
yeah. Is it always something that you forget that John Bennison's only 22 as well? Like he turned 22 in December, so he's still relatively a young player. He's still got time to cement his place. Obviously, he's not going to push Jack Welsby out of the way as first choice fullback, while Jack Welsby was the number one shirt. He's probably not going to push the likes of Kyle Felt out unless Kyle Felt has a proper drop off in the ability that he's obviously shown in the NRL. He has obviously, I think he's seen off the challenge of T Ritson. So his next challenge is to see off the threat of Lewis Murphy taking his place. It's a lot tougher because Lewis
I know
Murphy is
Dagnall.
known as an absolute flyer. I think, yeah, I think that's probably a year or two down the line. But yeah, but this is where we talk about players and squad players who could fill in a couple of positions that could, just you need them around the team. You do need players around the team, but they've got to be of a good pedigree. And I think the work that he kind of puts in makes him like I'm not going to say indispensable to the team, but he's indispensable to the squad. We talked about players who provide that challenging training as well if they're not in the team. I can imagine Jon Bennison was one of them who was trying to show that when you've got your team who are playing on the Friday night against the team who aren't playing, he's one trying to show that he should be on the other side. And a bit of me just thinks sometimes, I don't know if I know he's what about 5'10". I don't think he's 6 foot. He does only seem slight, really, in the grand scheme of things. Could he ever transition to being a centre? It's just something that I'm not really giving loads of thought. But if he could, if he could somehow find his way there and play a couple of games there, would he be able to defend there? Would he be able to bring the ball out like we need him to? Would he be able to find his winger? Would he be good enough to fill a gap there? I don't know. I don't know. It's like little bits that you think of, but don't really lend too much thought into.
My thoughts on John
Just
Bennison,
because
Kev.
it always seems that some.
I think he would have been an old school fullback. So if John Bennison had played like in the late 90s, early 2000s, John Bennison would have been a really good fullback. Reliable, defensive, no, being in the right place, right time. He just hasn't quite got that burst of speed that the modern fullback needs.
Yeah, I think when you look at like the players who are taking up fullback positions, and Jack Welsby's got some speed about him. You obviously look over the hill and you look at Bevan French has played there, but now it's Jai Field, and you're looking for that player who gives you a little bit of a spark. You're right, Jon Bennison is probably more in a Paul Wellens style fullback mould. Were not the quickest. And if you played for a set amount of games rather than being put in there, then you played on the wing, then you're out the team, then you're back on the wing, then you might play a game or two there. If you play there for a set amount of time and kind of get on with all the plays that teams go through and will practice and practice and practice, he probably would be a very, very competent fullback for us. He's just not going to push him past Jack Welsby or probably Harry Robertson there, I think, at the moment.
Right, that is our number five. Done and dusted. We'll be back tomorrow with, well, I'll let you work out the numbers. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.